Alright, let's see if everything works, which it should. Yes. Alright then. Hello everyone, it's your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed. Code here, and today we're gonna be playing Genshin again. Hooray! And yes, Spinne is here first, was also in chat earlier, criticizing my title. Because Kave is also now available to obtain from the banners. However, Kave doesn't have a story quest. A new one. So, yeah. However, before we do that Baizhu story quest, I have to check something. I have to check if this is voice acted. Which it might be. I decided to buy information from me. I'm so curious about the exclusive information, but we need to hear the price first. 1 million, I can afford 1 million. So it's not voice acted. That is good, which means we can focus on the new story quest. I had a feeling because in the quest menu these things were had that yellow flag next to it, so I assumed that they might be voice acted. Because sometimes that happens, like with an epilogue or something. But apparently that is not the case. Also, hi Gabe. Hi Gabe. You might not have known, but I was there during your previous stream, just not saying anything. I should have redeemed first, just to make myself known at least once. I don't think anyone has redeemed first for the entirety of the stream, right? Because I checked, I think I also checked a little bit later and I saw no one redeemed it. Even after Sid raided you, I don't think anyone redeemed first. Which is really weird. No one got it. You know what? I'll take it, because that means nobody stole away the first from me. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Customer number 1 for today. Original cost of $1 million, but for you the price is now free. Well, ain't that just lovely? Apparently such luck does exist. But you suck? Why? Don't you dare criticize me for the title again. I already pointed out that that you did that. I wish more people would redeem stuff on my stream. I might. The thing is, I have a bad habit of just saving up points like there's no tomorrow on any streamer I am watching. And very rarely very rarely redeeming stuff. I don't know why I'm doing it. Maybe anticipation. Maybe they'll add a very expensive reward in the future and I'll need it. I don't know. Say anything about the title? You infected me? Not? Oh, what is this about? Sentence free, but not the next sentence. If you don't want it, fine next. Wait. Well, listen. Scoop number 1. Do you remember the diadem of knowledge? We do. It's entitled to wear the diadem and it seems very valuable. The diadem that Sachin gave the Academia was a rather expensive antique, yet this very diadem, after it was donated to the Academia, was lost by them once before. Oh. I didn't really hear about this. If anyone knew about this, would my information still be considered exclusive? Because the information doesn't come from nowhere. I got witnesses too. A young fellow named Kashmir from the suburbs. If you're interested in delving further, you could ask him. The password is that incident from 20 years ago. Okay, but now that I know it's not voice acted, we're not focusing on that. I'm gonna do a thing that Gabe has already done. Yes, Gabe, you are kind of ahead of me in that department. This. Baizhu story quest. I have 35 event polls. You want to see mine? Pretty voice. Ah, fair. Alright, let's see. I have 1 more than you. Plus, I still have all my primos. And I have 88 on the standard banner, too. I can pull so much. Ah, in Star Rail. I see. Alright. Now for the important thing. The thing that we're all here for. The story quest. The new one. Still saving premiums for a not Dendro character. As am I. I am saving for Zhongli, who is also a not Dendro character. I can recommend saving for Zhongli. It's really useful to save for him. His shield is busted. Also, there's totally no bias in me saying that. Ah, I see. punk on you, because why not? I mean, that's fair. Now then, let's see this story quest here. Some more Geo characters anyway, honestly. Can't go wrong with them. Like Genshin for a long time. Yeah, that's fair. You did say as much. Like you were kind of switching more to Honkai Star Rail now.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
I have Noelle and Ningguang. To be fair, Noelle is basically the poor person's Zhongli. So, yeah. Ningguang, I know that some people like using her, and she has some utility with her shield wall thingy. But I don't know. I don't think she's that strong. Maybe I just never really was able to use her properly, but... I don't know. The fewest characters in Genshin, it's only because Baizhu and Kabe just came out. Ah. Well, they did just come out, true.
Are you lost?
Also, hi, Chi-Chi.
No, I'm not. My name's Ayu, and I'm
Hello,
here
character.
because...
Hey there, Chi-Chi.
Damn!
Let's
Geo got
meet up.
overtaken. Geo got overtaken
Hi,
now.
Traveler and Paimon.
Hi, Chi-Chi.
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city. Probably wandered away from his parents and...
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
Your dad?
Okay.
A fully grown man managed to get lost in Liyue.
Or did he get lost in the wilderness?
My dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react sometimes. But I'm worried that it's getting more serious.
Ah, old age.
So,
Not good.
what about your mom?
Dead?
She went out a few days ago to gather some
Ah,
herbs
okay,
for
not
my
dead.
dad,
I'm always
but she
assuming the
still hasn't
worst.
come back. Meanwhile, my dad's been getting worse and worse. I remembered that the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Ride. So I thought, why don't I take Dad to Liyue Harbor to see him there?
Huh, the owner of a pharmacy. Must be Baizhu, who this story quest is all about.
When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone. I asked the Millith guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people.
That's
so then I
fair.
figured maybe I can ask some other people in the city to help.
Why not go straight to the pharmacy? Is what you thought.
Isn't that right, Traveler?
Well, I mean, it's just another fetch quest, essentially. Just I'm fetching a person. It'll be a piece of cake for us.
Changshan can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog. Hey, who's talking about me behind my back?
And there we go.
Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be
Person
upset.
fetch quests. Ah, yes.
No, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
Alright, Baizhu.
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baizhu?
Just calling them uncle. How do you like them by spamming F? Yes.
Shang, now's not the
I
time.
shall spam F to
My
pick up
dear
a
boy,
person.
could
Put
you
them
tell
in
me
my
more
limitless
about your father's
inventory.
condition? As
Actually,
much as
not
you
quite
can
limitless,
recall.
but still.
Yes, Uncle... Dr. Baizhu.
Ayu explains his father's health situation to
I
Baizhu.
see. And your family lives near Chingsa Village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Uh-huh.
Oh?
My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Ride. She always tells me to just stay at home and keep my dad company.
Ah, yes.
Is that so?
Maybe she doesn't want your
Ayu,
dad to be treated.
By any chance, is your
Evil.
mother's name Jiangli?
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baizhu?
I certainly do.
Oh?
Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment?
How do
Ayu's
you know
parents are
her,
old
though?
acquaintances of mine. So I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of you have time to join me?
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we'd help.
So, how do we help?
Oh, really?
Do we split up and
Well,
search?
That's wonderful. We are most grateful for your support.
You can count on us.
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but once that's taken care of, we'll be right out to help you with the search.
Family is very important.
Thank you. Then I'll leave you to handle the pharmacy.
Alrighty then. So how do we split up?
Paimon, why don't you come
Paimon,
with
you
me
can fly.
down?
Can you get a bird's eye
Let's
view of
start by
everything? Or
talking
are
to
you
the
too
Monolith
useless to even
guards
do
at the
that?
city gates, see if they have an update.
The heart of healing started. Paimon will eat you. Since when does emergency food eat you? Ah yes, of course, it all makes sense. Now I wonder how long this story quest is gonna be. My gut feeling is telling me 3 hours, because these story quests are usually like between, like the more recent ones at least, like between 2 and 3 hours is what you can expect.
They searched to the north.
I remember
but
they
couldn't
were
find
initially
anyone
like
who matched
only
the
1.5
description.
hours long, but they got longer as time went on, I think. At least that's what it feels like.
There's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield. But where are we gonna get the people?
Hello.
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Ah, hey there, buddy. Dr. Baizhu. What brings you out this way?
We're helping this kid.
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to update us on?
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower.
And now you have
As
someone
for
with a vision.
updates,
And someone who can
I'm
use the
sorry to
elements
say
without a
that
vision.
we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either. So we don't believe he was heading towards the Guili Plains. But it is possible that he was bound for Luhua Pool.
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate.
I
Let's
guess
hope he
that's
hasn't
where we're
run
heading
into any
next.
trouble.
We'll take that area.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
Well, you're still
That's
trying.
okay. Thank you for trying.
Exactly. Positive outlook here. Let's go. Alright. Also, by the way, can I show you something? I actually did something incredible in between streams. Finally. Another area at 100%. Let's go. Finally. And with that, essentially the entire overworld map of Liyue is done. The chasm, Lisha, Minlin, like every last piece of Liyue in the overworld is 100%ed. Now, to be fair, there probably might still be some things that I could collect, because 100% doesn't mean full completion, but still, with the chasm done, that is good progress. Now again, in Mondstadt, I'm still missing Dragonspine, which is horrible, because Dragonspine is a pain in the ass to explore. And as you all know, Enkanomiya is 100%. However, the chasm isn't quite at 100% because this area is still at 98. So started to relax, ah yes. But as you can see, technically the underground part of the chasm still needs some work. I don't know how many things I still need to collect in here, and it's getting tedious, so oh well. Anyway, just thought I would point that out. And for those of you who also aren't aware, like, the entire upper row of islands here in Inazuma is also already cleared. As for the other 2 islands, well, I guess on this one I'm getting kind of close. But no such thing as relaxing. And of course, Sumeru still needs a ton of work. And that is the biggest area. Underground Mines, long title for a short cave. But yeah, the biggest area is of course the one I've made the least progress in. I still haven't unlocked the entire map over here even. But yeah, just thought I would point that out since I had to open the map anyway. Alright, let's actually go to our destination. Who knows, maybe eventually I'll sit down and make some more good progress again. But yeah, I am apparently insane.
Dad, can you hear me?
I'll see just how insane I can get. If I can, you know, also complete the underground mines, then I will truly have 100%ed Liyue. And eventually maybe I'll try to finally clear out Dragonspine, which is a pain. But Dragonspine is the most horrible place because the treasure compass doesn't work. I don't know why. The treasure compass works in the underground mines. The treasure compass works in Enkanomiya. It just doesn't work on Dragonspine. And it's horrible.
Watch where you're going.
Suddenly Hu Tao.
Dear customer, Wangsheng Funeral
Well,
Parlor
he's the
doesn't
same. Also, hello
receive
Rob.
patronage,
Welcome.
but you needn't hasten the inevitable. Are you alright?
Comes in time for the save. Yeah, despite it being bad for business, am I right? Hu Tao
My,
goes
my,
burr.
who do we have here? It's the Traveler in Paimon, and my worst nightmare.
Oh no!
I
It's
see
the
she
one who
still
dares to
hasn't
keep
learned.
people alive versus the one who wants people to visit the funeral
Thank you, Director
parlor.
Who, for saving this man.
Rivals for life, I see.
You okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
Are you?
Nightmare. How we go burr.
Your name is Xiao Liang, and you live just west of Qingse Village. You were supposed to come to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. Remember? Does that jog your memory?
Oh, my name is Jia Liang. Liyue Harbor. See the doctor? Yes.
But
I'm
why?
Jia Liang, and I need to see the doctor. Wait. Why do I need to see the doctor?
The fact that you're asking that
Really bad shape. We need to
means
get
that you need to see the
Pharmacy
doctor.
right away.
Easier than Undyne. Yeah, Undyne again.
Gotta dash.
Undyne the Undying is the hardest boss in Undertale. I think we can all agree.
You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state, are you?
So what if?
Why not? What's the problem? Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to
Normal
spot the
Undyne?
signs?
Really?
Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning
But you can
to
just
use them
run.
for your own ends?
You can just run from her.
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
There are traces of god remains in Jia Liang's system.
God remains?
Yes, but
What?
more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will be
Excuse me, what?
unthinkable. Paimon, sorry, what?
God remains?
Yeah, no, my question exactly.
There's no need to worry, Director Who. I have methods of keeping them at bay. It is the sworn
Again, can I
duty
just
of
say
all
genocide is
practice
the only
medicine
path
to
I haven't
cure
streamed. I've
illnesses and
streamed
save
the
lives.
neutral ending and
What
pacifist
reason would I
ending.
have to neglect a patient in need who is right there in front of me? Besides, it
Again,
was my
mainly
late
because I didn't
master's
feel like I
dying
could do
wish to be able
genocide
to
ending
save
with the
this
challenge I
patient in
set for
particular.
myself.
Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that
But
I have
only
time
for
to
Hu
treat
Tao.
him.
Ah, I see.
Now you're bringing my great uncle into this?
Did you actually play Undertale?
Baizhu,
It's good.
Just what are you planning?
Doesn't
to
it quite
sell?
as hard if you already know the story and
Merely to
everything
cure
and
this
the
man,
the
nothing
different
more.
endings.
But of course,
But
if
it's
you
still
have
really
any
good and
doubt as to
fun,
my
of
intentions,
course.
You are more than welcome to accompany me to Boo Boo Pharmacy and monitor my activities.
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today.
Well, isn't he just the best? Look at me praising Baizhu when Hu Tao is on screen. Does it trigger you guys? Does it trigger you? Shane's a lot, trust me. Alright, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. I said it before. TTS? TTS, are you gonna do your thing? I guess TTS is broken. You know what's weird, by the way? Can I just say that? I had to correct that before I went live. Good thing I noticed it. But, Streamlabs, like the bot Streamlabs in chat, has turned itself off again. I'm glad I noticed before I went live and was able to turn it back on. I don't know why it sometimes just decides, yeah, I'm gonna turn myself off. Thank you very much. But apparently that happened today. Maybe something also happened with text-to-speech that I wasn't able to fix. I didn't notice. Who knows? Don't forget that we're here too, by the way.
Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by keeping Jialiang here. I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
Oh, would you look at that?
You must be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back to Boo Boo Pharmacy at once.
I mean, I would have refunded you, but yes, you have permission to refund yourself those points. The group returns to the back room at Boo Boo Pharmacy. Oh no, we're entering the back rooms, guys. We're gonna no-clip real soon.
Blockages within the cardiovascular system. Reduced blood flow and energy circulation? I see. I suppose this must have caused the cognitive abnormalities.
5 minutes.
Dr. Baizhu, how bad?
I made that same
Can you cure him?
Don't worry. Baiju's
That is what
a
happens when
good
two idiots
doctor.
share the same
He's
brain
sure
cell.
to find a way. Isn't that right, Baizhu?
Of course, I am the only idiot.
Do you know when your father first started displaying
I am
these
the only
symptoms?
idiot here, because you get the brain cell
I'm not
90% of the
sure.
time.
He's been like this for as long as I can remember. But it wasn't as bad as this when I was still little.
So it's been a long time indeed.
Is it a grim prognosis?
No. I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then
Don't
will
you
find his
dare
father healthy
make me
and
time
lucid
skip.
again.
Please
Dr.
automatically
Baizhu,
time skip.
thank
I
you
would
so much.
appreciate that.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Who, please feel free to hang around for as long as you wish.
However, it would be best if you step
Breath that we
outside
all
this
share,
room.
but someone
A
use small
doctor must be
percentages of
able to
it.
focus when
Maybe.
treating a patient.
Who would know?
Any distractions heighten the risk of complications.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something.
Yeah, find some
But
good
I will
ones
be
to put on a
back in an
grave,
instant
right?
at the first sign that something's amiss.
We'll be heading out now too.
See you tomorrow, Baizhu and Chang Chang.
Bye
King
for now,
Crimson.
everyone.
Ah,
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now.
used to
let's get
what?
started.
Okay, what are they up to? This is already getting sketchy. The moment we leave. Snack.
All's well that ends well, huh?
Nah, the story isn't over. Only 20 minutes in.
Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like?
In Baizhu's master?
Yeah.
It's like the true
I'm
snack.
curious
Oh no.
too, right? Let's go see what we can find out while Baiju's busy treating Ayu's dad.
Alright, so I guess we're asking around then. You know what? That is better than having to time skip. You there! Hu Tao! We get to talk again. At least let me walk onto the road.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docs doing surgery. Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director today?
So I know this person in my chat called Spinne. They would really like to be able to hang out with you more.
Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces, you've got some questions for me.
Choice between Paiwan.
Guilty
You-
as charged.
Because you would give me more.
We
Wow.
were just a little curious about Baiju's master.
Are you calling me a snack? Oh my god.
Also, how come you and Baizhu could tell so
No.
quickly that Jia Liang had god remains in his system?
I mean,
thought
I
told
mean,
you
hang
already.
out, yeah.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war.
Question: can I die? Let's find out. Oh, that vaguely rings a bell.
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up, our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between life and death. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore.
Are you sure about
All
that?
relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation.
Like, then what is that
so
thing
we can
that
identify God's remains when we
Ayu's
see them.
dad has?
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baizhu learn to spot them?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baizhu's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Wow, fancy that!
Look at them connections.
So, if he was from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, how did he end up as Baizhu's master?
Random world join
According
request,
to
I
my
see.
grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle. because
Ah,
after
yes,
that
some
encounter,
kind of spell.
he
Hey, you
suddenly
wanna
realized
help
he
keep
wanted
people
to leave
alive
the
instead
family
of
business
burying them?
and go practice medicine instead. My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Well, one makes business with people dying, the other with saving people from dying.
Imagine.
It's kind of a little bit of a
Why drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives? That seems a bit extreme.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all,
been
the
a really-
Wangsheng funeral parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days. But
It wasn't.
according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him.
How ominous
And
are we
on top of
talking?
that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know
Wow,
the
don't know.
specifics.
Best thing. Thanks for
You've seen
having
how
all
weird
this build up
Baizhu
to
is
some
around me.
amazing reveal
He'd
about
never tell me anything.
going against the natural order, and then it's just like,
Even
yeah, I
that
don't
says
know.
to me that he definitely
Don't ask
has
about the
something to
details.
hide. One thing I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality.
I mean, who
But
isn't
whether
obsessed
has
with that
anything to do
idea?
with what he's hiding is hard to say.
Immortality, you say?
Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
Yeah, we alright, see you in a bit then. Do you know that in terms of no?
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers.
And I have to wait, of course.
Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baizhu himself about all of this tomorrow.
Fine. Wait until 8 AM. I can do that. Even though that is the most annoying thing to have to do in any kind of story quest. Looks so bright. Sunlight, my friend. Sunlight. Direct sunlight. It's horrible. Oh.
Osmanthus wine.
It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jialiang is doing.
What is sunlight? It's horrible, let me tell you. I hate it. It's this disgusting thing that gives you cancer.
Dad!
Are you?
Dad, you remember me!
Yes, I remember.
Well, that
now.
is progress, though. He had.
I'm
He.
so
He
sorry.
know. He now
Must be
know.
Worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baizhu's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting
You
better.
do be kind of knowing, though. I know,
Great.
right?
That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
And now we know that he knows what he knew before.
My
You know.
pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Not at all, Dr. Baizhu. It's only because Jiang Li, what was her reason again?
Huh?
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert yourself.
I see.
suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
Don't tell me I have to wait another few days.
Further
No.
reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh? But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
Hit her with the don't know.
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid.
Of
If
course.
that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jia Liang for as long as you wish. Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost.
Oh. Damn.
Oh, come on, Baizhu. I'm not
I mean,
that
I can
unreasonable.
look out, but you know. Oh no, I have to change the time of view more. I mean, I guess I can handle it. Baizhu looks a little worse for the wear. Oh, don't tell me. To suppress that evil presence, he had to, like, take it on himself? Maybe? Something's wrong.
I've been stuck indoors for too long.
Strike him
Baizhu,
down.
Take me outside for some
I
air.
swear, vengeance shall be mine. Oh,
Yes,
wait, wrong
of
character.
course. Everyone, please excuse Changsheng and myself for a moment.
Oh. Well, now he's dying. Well, if you're gonna die, you should visit Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor.
Seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now. But in any case,
Oh, we're gonna listen
unless
in.
you keep this a secret from everybody. You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
You can trust me. I wouldn't trust Paimon, though. Paimon's a bit of a blabbermouth. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but seriously, Paimon, she just can't keep her mouth shut. So if you're gonna tell someone, tell me, but make sure Paimon isn't there when you tell me, okay? But yeah, it's me.
Why did you follow
Oh,
us here?
exactly. I thought you were looking a little unwell.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
What did I just say about putting on a brave face? Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness.
He took it on himself, right?
Instead,
Transferred, yeah.
He transferred some of his
Oh, transferred
own
life force.
to his patient to temporarily subdue the
Oh,
poison
I
in the
thought-
system.
Oh, I thought he just transferred the illness from his patient to himself, but no, he subdued the illness in his patient and didn't even cure it or... Oh god, okay, that's probably worse. So Star Rail Saturday? I'll try to be there. I'll try to be there and then I'll get a look at what that game is all about, okay? Life Force?
Baizhu,
Reaction to it in chat. I shall. I shall tell you what I
predecessors in
think.
Medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients. I
Okay.
believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient.
Yeah, can you tell me more about God
Poison
Remains
has
real
not
quick?
been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
Yeah, but that doesn't... That only treats the symptoms, not the underlying illness.
Paimon always thought you were just Baizhu's strange choice of a necklace. Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin.
Sure,
I
whatever
was
you say,
treating
Noodle.
patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text.
Yeah, okay, trust the Danger Noodle.
Snake by
Please, that's enough.
You're looking even worse now than before. Are you sure you're okay?
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you
Huto has a
translate
new
it
job,
out for
exactly.
us, does that mean you're actually
Again, if you're gonna go
thinking
out, might
about
as well go through Wangsheng funeral parlor on the way, right?
Jiangsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body. And soon.
So, how can we help?
Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand?
Even his snack calls him
Someone checking up on him,
a dummy.
Or he'll
Okay.
exhaust himself trying to accomplish everything on his own.
So he's on the older screen I have? Well, that's fair, using the newer screen for something else then, I imagine. Which makes more sense anyway. Go on, Baizhu, let us help you.
Baizhu, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this from everyone for your entire life.
True.
Time will see that all secrets
With
surface
coloring compared to...
eventually.
Ah, maybe that is a thing. Maybe that is why. Yeah, that
Entire
makes
life.
sense.
Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Thought my Hagito looked like Hunter from the Aha.
Side of you.
But it's Nagito Komaeda,
You've helped us out before.
the burning dumpster fire of Danganronpa. The only burning dumpster fire that matters and is well known outside of the fandom. On the screen? Yeah, I did I... Ah, I think I read it correctly, but yeah, I see your correction there. Like, traumatize little frickers. Honestly, yeah, that much I can get. Is that lucky, unlucky bastard? Yes. Except, like, in... Man, the way how unlucky he was in 2.5, in his fake illusionary world that he had. Ooh, that was a yikes. So, what are the next steps?
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home and look for clues as to how he might have been exposed to it.
Do you know where his house is?
Yes, I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded
You
spot
know
to
if
the
he's
west
telling
of
the truth
Qingce
because he's
village.
crazy, true.
Let's head there together once I've asked Gui
Very
and Shichi to
crazy, in
look after
fact.
the
He might just be
pharmacy.
trying to get sympathy after all.
As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should also keep an eye out for Ayu's missing mother, my fellow disciple, Jiang Li.
Also the fact that he has a terminal disease apparently, which we also can't confirm if that's actual truth or not. Again, there's so much that we can't confirm or deny just because Nagito is the only one who told us. And you can't always trust everything that comes out of his mouth. I mean, yeah, sometimes he's just honest and everything, but not always. This way. Alright, let's go. But yeah, honestly, Nagito, definitely one of those special cases. But hey, at least now he has a cool mechanical arm, right? Ain't that amazing? Famous guys. Oh well, basically Zhongli. Also Zabuardo, from the name.
It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
I don't think I'm
Nor
not sure
have
if
I.
I've ever been here. I must
I've
have been
hosted
here before
clinics
though,
at
because I've
Qingce Village
100%ed
many
the
times in
exploration
past.
here.
If you ask me, Jiang Li was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about
Lot of
Jiang Li?
inflicting trauma.
You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
Very true.
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Oh, well, ain't that just too bad?
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels.
And supposedly she's
decided
out
to
gathering
settle
herbs
down
right
with her.
now.
That
But she
must
hasn't
have
come
been
back yet.
Jialing. Wait, Changsheng, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family.
Wanted to keep family and
The
business
last
separate,
time she
probably.
visited us, she and
Maybe.
Master had some
But there's
sort of
probably more
quarrel.
to it than that.
We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Quarrel? What happened? I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Baizhu?
Nor did Master ever explain it to me.
Damn.
All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiang Li or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Huh.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
So does that mean his master
No.
regrets what happened in the
Even
argument
if my
or
master
something?
had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu.
Look at that.
Paimon always had you down
Selfless
as a
person, not constantly out looking for business opportunities when people are dying.
Sorry.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
Nagito,
Okay.
technically a good guy, but really no.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiang Li has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
Ah, yes, of course, let's do that. What do we have here? Several faint marks can be seen on the pillow. Maybe it was used to record Ayu's height as he grew up. There's some faded writing in the bottom mark. The more quickly Ayu grows up, the sooner can leave. Judging by the number of marks on the pillow, the family has led a secluded existence here for many, many years. So they wanted to move. Just away from here or away from Liyue in general, like move to a different nation. Stack of wood. The firewood is neatly stacked and the logs were cut with great power and precision. Whoever chopped the firewood must have been physically fit. Some logs at the bottom of the pile have begun to rot. It must have been a while since any new wood was added to the pile. And a diary? Oh no, are we really snooping in someone else's diary? Really? Some roof tiles broke. Mom and I tried to get up and take a look, but we didn't manage. Luckily, Dad was able to fix them in no time. The dinner table was a bit wobbly today and we sat down to eat. Dad tried to fix it, but ended up breaking one of the legs by accident. Dad's forgetting things again. I'll have to write it all down for now and read it back to him when he's feeling a bit better.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick.
How quick? Oh, you're coming my way too. How nice of you.
What is this?
Is that the poison that was in his body?
Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
God remains. Wait a second. Is the wife poisoning her husband? Is she poisoning her husband for some reason? And that's why she never tried to get help. She never tried to get help because she is the root cause of all of this, maybe. A murder! It could be. God remains.
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using God remains.
Ooh. Murder!
Breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive.
Alive? How?
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances.
So, can you dumb it
this
down?
kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
So we need to find the mother load.
So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
So you're telling me we can use him to trace it back to the source.
Back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading.
He was going back towards Jingsa village.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother load.
Okay, and how do we find that? We have to get him. We have to use him to help us find it. Right? There's no way we can do it without his help. In terms of Twitch description and sub goals, I play games sometimes as the most compatible streamer for viewers. It's true. Oh god. Yes. 100%. Guys, check out I Play Games Sometimes. Great streamer.
Poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment. The one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
Can't be the kid. The kid was trying to get help. Why would he poison himself? So we can exclude that option. So only the wife remains.
Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting.
I like how we're all looking down on Paimon right now. Like, you serious, Paimon? Seriously?
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison
See me in a wetsuit?
I agree. It
True.
makes little sense. Jiangli does not strike me as the kind of person who would
We have to do this.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
Baizhu, maybe you did it and snuck it in here.
We should question Jialiang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Remember that thing? I think that was a similar thing that Byakuya was like thinking of in Danganronpa 1, right? Someone could have had the poison on them and then once they arrived, pretended to find it here. Isn't that right? Baizhu? Huh? Totally, right? Totally could have had it on him and then pretended to find it here. Absolutely. Let's see what you think of. Right. Honestly, if anyone has any spare subs. By the way, Twitch Prime. Prime sub, free every month. If you have it. If like you have anyone in your family who has Amazon Prime. Just connect it and you get the free Prime subs. Completely free of charge. Ask around. And then sub to Gabe. I'm not sure you love Star. We'll see about that. Do you know of a method to neutralize the poison?
Yes. According to the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother load is purged.
So how do we find the mother load? Again, we need to
destroy the source of these god remains. The poison will leave Jialiang's system.
But we need Jialiang to find the mother load, I assume.
Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
I only heard the rumors, nothing concrete.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time. Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this?
Maybe we can ask them now? Going around, asking the Adepti?
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime.
So you look down upon now, huh?
She has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Well, we can ask again, maybe.
What?
Again.
Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon. Hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me.
Sure.
With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Ah, the last thing is really nice.
Stronger and healthier?
Anything, eat anything without upsetting your stomach, huh?
Baizhu,
That seems really
maybe when
useful.
you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Sure.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements
That
regarding
repeats some
the
of I's.
host's temperament.
Oh god.
None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear
Going
that
all
I will be
in.
unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Well, if Paimon noticed, then it wasn't subtle enough. Strange. Baizhu has a weak constitution. And didn't his master pass away at an early age?
Ugh! Paimon's mad!
So how
You're
is he
getting
still
ugly
alive?
nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just a pain in the neck!
Get it?
This is exactly
Because
why
wrapped
your
around the
natural
neck.
temperament
Haha.
makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
I know a few Adepti. I can
How
ask them.
antisocial they are?
Yeah, we got some
If
new
it were up to
nicknames.
them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Actually, I do have someone that I can call. Oh my god. Are we gonna bring in another polearm user? We already met Hu Tao earlier. Are we gonna bring in a certain Animo polearm user, perhaps? Who starts with an X and ends with an Yao? I do have someone I can call.
What?
Let's go. Who you gonna call?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
All right.
If you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
It's Genshin. Yeah, it is Genshin. All right. Let's go. Zhao? Zhao, are you there?
You called?
Ah, hello. Thanks for sneaking up behind me.
Gets Paimon every time. Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, for sure this one
Well,
is.
This is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Oh, you know
Fine,
each other?
of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Yeah, can't you share some details?
Paths have crossed once before.
Dramatically teleports while doing the
Sense the presence
expositioning.
of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Kind of, yeah. Let me explain. Actually, I want to ask you about dead gods. Alright, let me explain. Damn, he stands. Alright. You tell Zhao everything that has happened.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison.
Yes.
Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what
Using that shortcut every second. Yes.
it is true that a
But
god's
doing so
remains are
while
buried
also
beneath the
expositioning.
foundations of Qing's
Imagine you're just
civilization.
telling a story and just
Vile
dramatically
monster known as the
teleporting all
Qing
over the
once
place
wrought havoc
between
over
your
this land.
lines.
Before it was subdued
Just
by
because you
Rex
can.
Lapis, the land was
Actually,
finally
isn't that what the
cleansed of
Balladeer was
when
doing
Rex
as
Lapis
well?
used statues in
When
its
he talked to us
likeness
as a
to seal
hallucination?
the serpent's remains. Qing's village was founded sometime
It
after
certainly
that.
is one way to add
The
drama to
seal
your
is still mostly
expositioning.
intact. If the
God.
Cha is the
Yes,
source,
that's... Yes!
then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable.
Alright.
You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
I see. Don't worry, we can do that. But honestly, you can't. I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing. I would not only dramatically teleport around, but constantly like do like full-on JoJo poses after each teleport as well. Lights, camera, drop. Yeah. But honestly, I would totally, yeah, if I could, I would. I see.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
Thanks, Zhao.
Nothing.
Oh?
I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
Sure, that's what
Treasure
everyone
your words of
says.
instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
And there he goes,
That is
using another
strange
shortcut.
adeptness. Rather different from the way I remember them.
That's Shell for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb gathering trips. If we can find the
Well, there are a
cave-
few caves, probably. There should be one nearby,
Master.
even.
Master, there's a problem.
Gui? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
That is quite the
What
distance. Are
happened?
you
Don't
okay?
panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoyang.
Has he disappeared again?
He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How?
Someone is
Based
using
on
the
past
poisons.
experience, he should have been fine for the next 3
Someone's
days.
someone sitting at the motherlode probably and manipulating everything,
It seems
right?
that my
You did
worst
say
fears
that.
have been confirmed.
You did say that
Everyone, back to
from the
Boo Boo Pharmacy
motherlode
now.
you can manipulate that, right? The statue stamina, yes. All right, let's return immediately. Jesus, I mean, look at that. He had to. First of all, he had to climb this mountain at the end, but let's check all this distance he had to run. Again, he wasn't using a teleporter. He ran all the way. And then over here. Jesus Christ. Maybe it's a shortcut. Ah, yes, of course. Honestly, I have a feeling like that trip would take multiple in-game days. Or at least one full in-game day, I would say, right? Probably. So, are we sure that by now the situation hasn't gotten like 10 times worse by the time we're back? Well, let's see.
Dad, what's wrong?
So why can't he? Because he can't. Mere mortal.
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
Why did that sound menacing?
How is he doing?
Especially with that facial expression there. GG heal!
Baizhu, you're back. My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out.
Honestly, I
anymore.
just realized something.
When Gui left, he was
I
still
was using
conscious.
Baizhu in the character trial, and I don't think he's a healer, right?
No.
Gui, please
I don't
take
remember
Jiao
seeing
Liang to the
anything
back
about
room
him
and
being
prepare
able to
for
heal.
treatment.
How ironic that you have a character who is literally a doctor,
Don't worry,
and
I
he
will
is not a
take care of
healer.
your father.
Are you kidding me?
Baizhu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he?
He probably is.
Is there really no other way
He
to
heals?
save
Does he?
Jiao Liang?
I didn't see anything in the description about him healing. Pick up plants with him. Ah, okay. They will. Okay, so pick up plants. He does heal? I don't know why I didn't see anything about that in his description, but okay, I guess he just doesn't have it as part of his moveset. Not do the test run? I thought I did. There was a bunch of description, like for example the fact that he can blow up dendro cores and all that stuff. I guess I might have just missed it. Because I didn't see anything about the healing thing. Again, maybe my short attention span got the better of me while I was trying to read everything and play him. Because I probably just didn't take any damage while playing, so there was no need to heal.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Well, yeah, I go saying stuff that isn't accurate, and immediately getting called out for it.
In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu?
He died,
I still haven't had a
trying to
chance
save
thank him.
you.
Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Yeah, he's
Master
probably
said he
like...
needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the
yeah,
treatment room.
quick rest.
He hasn't
That
emerged
means he's
yet, so
dying.
he must still be resting.
Baizhu... the Baizhu is dead? That's happy, I'm happy.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from
That's
treating me
one.
for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiang Li once we find her.
Well, you can go to Wangqing funeral parlor and make sure he gets like a very expensive coffin.
Has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
Like that is the best way you can make it
No,
up to him right
the
now.
Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Oh no, it's getting worse
Don't
again
forget
already.
what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
Alright.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side,
Next still alive.
this means I can
Probably
thank Dr. Baizhu in
just
person
has to
once
form
he's
a new
finished
contract
resting.
if everything goes horribly wrong.
Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since
Stream
we
stop
went
for
in
you?
to treat Jialiang again.
Is and
Do you think he...
works again? Okay, so it was just a short stutter. Good. Good. Yeah, I was thinking that there might be a problem on my end or something. Thank God it was just a little stutter. Let's go check up on him.
Huh? Hey, wait up!
Alright, Baizhu, what are you up to? Sad music, he is dying.
You're finally awake? That was
Hey you,
far
you're
too
finally
risky.
awake. Like I will, nobody will ever be able to see that line and not think of the meme. At least
There was
I
no
won't.
time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something.
And what might that be?
Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for?
He's awake. Also, Paimon, can you talk even
We've been
louder,
outside
please?
waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
So, now what do? Finally keep looking for the thing?
Surely he has.
For the mother load?
There's no way he could have just.
Like, if we don't keep looking for the mother
tucking
load, this will
behind
just
our
keep
backs
happening.
again. Baizhu! Chang-Chang!
Are you both okay?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Chang-Chang's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment
Traveler
again
has
so
so little
soon?
emotions. Sometimes he has emotions.
Made an error in my
Like
initial
sass?
diagnosis. Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment.
More than one?
And as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
Okay, can we hurry this up then?
You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition.
Which is?
Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs. Though it was
Okay.
created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
How
Had he not
though?
taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
So that's why Zhang Li did it. So not to kill him. But it is still slowly killing him.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition.
As we've noticed.
Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued
Oh
efficacy,
god. At what
or
point do
he
you
could
just
have
let him
still
die?
perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
So what do we do
God
now?
remains are extremely dangerous to be around.
Do we
because
not look for the
humans have
mother
no
lode in that
natural
case?
defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Zhang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years.
How many others though?
Perhaps
Is this a
was
regular
the
thing?
inevitable
Really?
course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Fate, you say?
Well, I
Like
think that it's
a quaint
too early
fate?
to say with any certainty what fate has in mind.
Or
In any
intertwined
case,
fate?
I have stabilized
Like which fate are
Jialiang's
we talking
condition
about?
for now.
Hopefully the intertwined
So our
one.
immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is. Her regular exposure to god remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health. And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
Oh, he's listening in. Oh, he's listening in. Not who's that, we know who it is. How long have you been listening in?
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
Hi, how long have you been listening?
It's Jialiang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
What if he did?
Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake.
But you
all,
totally could,
If it
though.
wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way.
That is
I'm
true.
sure we'll
Again,
be able
he
to
would be
remember.
our compass to
I
the
know
mother
there's a
lode.
spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Again, even if you don't, your instincts would draw you there, apparently. According to what Baizhu said before.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart.
Sure, be careful, don't do that. That is totally a way to not pressure him anymore, right?
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it.
He's totally gonna die.
Are you sure you're prepared for that?
The death flags are rising.
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very well. Then follow me.
Hu Tao's standing there. Did somebody say they're about to die? I hear business. She's hearing the sound of business. Also, is everyone just listening in right now? Like, everyone is listening in on this.
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Ah, yes, and
Yes.
we're all heading out.
This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Yeah, don't burn the cryo character, please. Up! Going all the way back again to Chingsa Village. The trip back and forth. Let's see where we go from here. After, of course, returning to their house. Alright. What now?
That strange feeling is back.
Enlighten me as to the
It's
details
just
of
like
that
the day
strange
I went
feeling.
missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
Follow that voice. We need it right now. We need you to
The
be our
Motherlord's
guide.
influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
Alright, then let's head that way. Lead the way.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Alright, kind of the only way to go from that house. That doesn't involve climbing.
I feel a dull ache in my heart.
And I know for a fact these NPCs can't
This must be
climb.
the way.
So we have to go this way. There really is no other way around. Then again, there was a time when NPCs couldn't fight either. Maybe they'll learn to climb eventually too.
I think I've been here before.
Oh, that is a domain entrance. Okay.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Alright, just rest for a bit.
Jialiang,
Paimon, you stay with him to make sure he doesn't run off. And we'll enter the cave.
continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me.
Or I guess you could come with us, sure.
Then let's hurry.
And here I was thinking you could use a break. Entanglement of past dreams. Alright. We're going in. Probably have a trial character here. That being Baizhu. Baizhu. Alright, we're in. Yep.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead?
Well, hopefully the mother
Digging
load.
marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel. Thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Could be, that was one of the
Judging by
most
the
prominent
tools they left
thieves.
behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
Probably because of the mother load or something.
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to, curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Well, exactly that. It'll cause you to be
Jiao Liang.
forgetful.
Come on, let's keep going.
Alright, there we go. Keep our eyes open for any chests. Well, we don't have chests, but we do have villagers. So let's go kill them.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Oh, wait, there's more of them. Let me just... there we go. This is actually much faster than just using my trial character.
Mind the side effects.
Whoa. There's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders.
I don't
sure
think
make
this
a
is connected to the
home.
treasure hoarders. I don't see any dust on the sensor surface. The burn marks on the side are still fresh. Exactly. This is totally not related to the treasure hoarders. This is related to Afrin's disease. Was unable to see a stream for like 10 minutes. Damn. Everything okay? Did anyone else suffer any problems? I don't think so. Otherwise, probably someone would have said something. I hope you're fine. Hope everything's fine now. You didn't miss much, I think, except for the fact that Hu Tao was listening in on our conversation as we talked about how our patient might die on this trip. And I was just commenting about how, oh, she's listening in, she's hearing business, she heard someone might die, ha ha ha, funny. And now we're going to actually find the mother lode, which is causing these symptoms. I don't think this was left here by the treasure hoarders.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense?
Hmm.
You sure? Because we did run into that group of monsters just now.
Well, it didn't come close to the
incense was
sensor.
burned several
maybe.
days ago. If
Or
I
that.
had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper
I had a
inside
delay
the
time to
cave.
reload. Ooh, that's
No
a
doubt, an
yikes.
encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place.
Use your memory while you still have it.
This is where
It's all gonna
I
fall
told
apart
Jiangli
in a
to give me
second.
the poison.
Zhongli? There is... Well, Zhongli is only in my party, but still.
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Well, then let's not waste any more time. Nah, you misheard. Open door. Star music. Of course you are. Of course you are gonna do that. Chest. Any chests around here? Hello?
I can feel it. We're getting close.
Great.
We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
A pact to I also want to make a pact to Oh. Why, that is helpful. Make Hu Tao happy, just die. Yes, of
From the
course.
looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
What we just did. Alright, that door opens automatically. How nice. Good thing they have automatic doors. Okay, I see these crystals, which are probably the exact same thing that the poison is made from. Okay, I think that is too far away to activate that door, and I can't push it over there. So, We'll push it this way and just open the door over in this direction. And I'll be able to push it back around here.
Barrier breaking mechanisms around here?
Yeah.
Tracks here. And it looks like they're connected to something.
Nothing
Shall
in
we
here?
follow
Really?
it and see where it takes us?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Just give me a moment, please. Push. Doors, my favorite. Yes. Activate. Which should open up this door. Yup. Nice, nice, nice. Though I still don't see any chests in here, but I do see some opponents to kill, so let's do that real quick. Hello!
Stabilize. A bitter pill to swallow.
Oh wait, there's more. They sent reinforcements! How could they? Die, die, die. Chest. Primos! Okay, so that opened a passageway over here. Activate. Aha! And now with that, I can open the door over here. However, before I do that, there's one more door that I also kind of want to open. The one over here. Because I feel like there might be at least another chest behind it, so I do want to check it out. Okay, is it in range? Yes. Okay, what's back here? There is a chest. I had a feeling. Okay, let's actually move forward. Oh. Why can I not activate it? Why is push the only option? I want to activate it, please. Oh, it's not an active... Oh, I see, I see, I see. So I need to push this, activate it, and it will transfer. It will transfer. Right? Okay, yeah, that does the trick. Okay. Okay, it's getting more narrow now. And then it opens up again. Jump! No, I can't stand on that! How dare you! That looked like a platform. Chest! Give me your primos! Did that not give me a single primo gem? Rude. That's all I really care about when I open these chests. Oh, we got some strong opponents here. That's my favorite. Yes.
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
Easy kill.
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
The doctor will see me.
Seems like an emergency.
Very easy kill. Come on. I mean, look at this. Oh my god, how I have 3 different shields up right now.
A bitter pill to swallow.
I got a shield from Zhongli, a classic elemental shield, and Baizhu's shield. If I saw that correctly. That looked like a shield. Yeah.
How serious is it?
Imagine if I also had Noelle on the team.
I can still feel
Just
a
stack
pulse, but her
shields.
condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then what are we
on the short version of it.
Destroy the remains right
Just tell me the details later.
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here.
Then we just
If the
destroy this
source is
entire place,
purged,
right? Blow it up?
Poison in his system will stop having any effect.
Yeah.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working,
Well, he'll die anyway.
are you saying?
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait. But we've all been working our butts off to save
And this is where Hu Tao comes in again.
that. We can't just give up on
And offers him a coupon. Half off for the next
Doctor.
for the next coffin, right?
Way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang Li, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you. Right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr.
Ooh.
Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiang Li have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
You can't be thinking about that again. Are you kidding me? Do you want to die, Baizhu?
Point of that. Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of God remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking
Give
her
Hu
life
Tao
to
some
make
more
my medicine
work.
money,
Ah, yes.
but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see how you grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis.
Who is currently on my team.
If my choice can
So,
bring Jiang Li
thank him
back,
personally, why don't
then
you?
Even if I die,
Jialiang.
after cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life.
Well then.
Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment. That's all.
Alright, let's leave him to it then.
Of course.
Let's help Hu Tao and give her some work,
Thank
won't
you,
you?
everyone.
Yes,
I'm
totally.
sorry that
Very passive
I won't
aggressive.
be able to repay
Oh
your
no.
kindness in this life.
Jialiang. Baizhu, Changsheng. Is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to
But what
grow
about
old
Hu
and
Tao?
pass
Maybe she
on
knows
when their
something.
natural
I don't
lifespan
know.
runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death,
To make Hu
Jiang Li
Tao
would not have
happy,
had to
yeah, of
resort to
course.
unnatural methods. What a crazy situation! Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
All we can do right now is honor Xia Liang's decision and bear witness.
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go.
Oh.
If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you.
He's really growing up, hasn't he?
So, I know that you'll both be okay without me.
He just broke the bottle, didn't he?
I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you wish.
So how are you gonna destroy this thing? Wait, it's that easy? Okay, it was that easy. Yeah, he's gonna die now.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
Hoo boy. Oh, look at that! They're kind enough to use the click to continue feature on the black screen. It's rare when it happens, but I'm always thankful when they do it. Why don't they always do this? There's some kind of weak withering, apparently, by the looks of it.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Well, at least you gain all your memories at the very end.
What's really wrong with Dad?
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
Wow. Making a promise you can't keep. Great. Great.
Why would these memories come to mind now?
Because the effects of your medicine are wearing off, my friend.
The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have.
So how is that, everyone? Wait, is it? Ah, no, for me, May the 4th is already over. But welcome anyway, and happy belated Star Wars Day.
How I would love to hear your voice one last time.
But she was just talking to you, why can't you hear it? By the way, Kaboom Mizuki, hi, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, he did. Are we gonna get a cutscene?
Jialiang!
Oh, you are gonna get to hear her voice again.
Jialiang! Jialiang!
Okay, but how are you alive?
Jiangli, are you?
How though?
Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
Oh my god, those are those talisman thingies.
Do you feel
Those
strange or
sigils.
different in any way? If so,
Just
could you
plaster him
describe it
full
to
of
me in
Dr.
sigils.
Baizhu, I thought
Of
I was
course. Use the Adepti arts.
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie.
Oh my god, he became another Chi-Chi. He's a zombie.
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality.
He was Chi-Chi-fied,
With its help,
yes.
You have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I'm as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
Sorry, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for his funeral.
How'd you cook that up?
Suddenly he dies.
It's you that we're
Gave you a few more minutes, I guess.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them.
And you did.
And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingsa village?
Oops. And I'm...
Oh?
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
I knew someone was listening in on that conversation, so it was Hu Tao. How dare you listen in on us?
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baizhu's attention.
Apparently so.
Never underestimate.
Damn, this feels like we're almost at the end already, and we're only 1.5 hours into the stream.
All I wanted was to help Jia Liang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the
I thought this
afterlife
would be
without
more of a
any
2 to 3 hour
unfulfilled
type
wishes
of
making
deal, and
the
not a
journey more
1.5
difficult
to
than
2
it
hour
needs to
type of
be.
deal.
Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
Wow.
You stay away from
Bad
my
for
dad.
business.
When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good.
Yeah, if he isn't dead by then.
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you.
How dare you try to put her out of business?
Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Is she finally gone?
Sneaks up behind Chi-Chi. You're mine now.
We should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Such as? Paimon's idea of a celebration can only mean one thing. Food. Food. And they put Hu Tao out of business makes you my enemy. Okay, I guess that kid is gonna die now.
Celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
This was a hard-won meal.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
She accepted Chi-Chi, but she's still a zombie.
Oh, wait up!
And she's still not too fond of her by the looks of things. Like one Chi-Chi is enough to deal with.
So much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took
A
this
little bit, I
conversation
guess.
outside?
Should I follow them? Spy on them? Oh, never mind, I'm playing as him. Fine, let's take it outside. Leave the back rooms, clip back into reality. So,
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changsheng, you're the same as ever.
clip back to
You haven't
reality,
changed
yep.
one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
Oh my god, the
You're
speed
right.
difference.
My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out.
Why
this
is she
way.
faster than walking speed but
Or
slower than
that
running
you'd
speed?
turn out this way, Baizhu.
Suddenly Baizhu dies? Yes, of course. Look at that. Slightly faster than walking speed, but obviously a lot slower than running speed. What kind of also suddenly were
I've
clear
taken a
again?
look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With
Well,
your
damn.
intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days.
Well, he is a very
Just
good
that,
doctor.
You even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Oh. Oh, did he?
Told you the truth would
So
set
give
you
him poison.
sooner or
Ah,
later.
yes.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer between bodies.
Oh my god, he actually...
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli.
So he actually...
You are
Wow.
correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my
Wow.
own. Not only did this allow me to
Well, it,
alleviate the
it
burden
allowed
on
him to live
but it
longer.
also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry
See-
about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now
The
that the source
poison-
has been destroyed, any
See, he
remaining
would have died
poison in
from
me
an
will have
underlying
already
heart
dissipated.
disease that he had. However, that poison was able to keep the heart disease at bay, but of course brought its own problems with it. That being, you know, his cognitive degeneration and all that kind of stuff, from which he would have died eventually. But it would have made him live longer than if he died from his regular heart disease. Meaning, the poison, again, still would have killed him eventually, but at least he would have lived longer, because it helped against other stuff. It's stupid, but it did help him a little bit.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this.
Random
The
bullshit
reason I
go,
left my
yes.
master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another.
So that's the argument
and
then.
You tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live
Maybe.
a short life, haven't given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the
All
moment
this
we
talk
decide
about
to study
fate.
medicine.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changsheng to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself.
On the positive side, that means he
There are
probably
so
gained an
many
immunity
that
against a lot of
some
them,
of
right?
I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Alright, I guess that's their cue.
The traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad'll be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling.
Ah,
Mom
there
will
they
be there in
go.
just a second. Hey, slow down.
Just a second. Any
Baizhu,
last thing you have to say?
I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing. Famous last
I
words.
can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Also, when Shang Sheng was talking about fate, I know what I'm doing. Dead. What did she mean exactly?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Zhongli's master, has passed away at a young age. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
Yeah, if they're selfish. But they're all
It is
very
a
selfless
very
people, I
long
guess.
story.
Oh, are we gonna get a cutscene? Oh, we are.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in
Getting the real drama
who
here.
could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
And that's where the contracts happened, right?
Sign this
First
contract
time.
and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of
Also,
death.
don't say the doctor. That just makes me
And
think of the
yet,
Fatui.
The time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps.
And that's why they all die young. Say because of the one. Yeah.
Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged
Yeah,
me
and
not to
she
use
mad.
up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed?
But if you can save
Are not
multiple
the
lives with
lives
one
cut
life,
short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn
Damn.
them or balance their chi, I can never save them.
because they're too committed saving
you?
others.
What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Oh,
Once again, it's the same answer.
you're gonna die young
Be it.
too.
Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
Will it though?
My contract has
You might not be the
stricter
first one to say
requirements
that.
than a host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, They are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
Yeah, although the pain and suffering will also come when they throw themselves into the flame.
Does that mean
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Chang Sheng's art can transfer
Well, you
pain
can
and
try,
suffering
but
between
eventually you'll
people,
burn.
but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives
Fair.
for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Also fair.
But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
Yeah, to gain immunity,
What
right?
makes a poison, poison? And what makes a disease a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease
So?
is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish
but
for Cheng Sheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only
elixir.
one solution,
Wow.
doesn't it?
Elixir of immortality. You have to become immortal yourself. Well then. If you do find out how to make that elixir of immortality, are you gonna share it with everyone and then no one will ever die again?
Precisely. I will be Cheng Sheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Those are some
Even
lofty
the
goals
gods
you've
of
got
old
there.
struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me.
So
You're
dang
getting
proud right now.
greedy, Baizhu.
But
So dang
isn't
proud right
wanting
now,
to have
yeah.
it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
Neon?
For once,
You there?
Paimon just does not know what to say.
Nah.
Dr. Baizhu, traveler.
Neon doesn't live
what are
on
you
the
still
moon
chatting
anymore.
about? The
Haha.
food's about to get cold.
We also have
Oop.
coconut milk for Chang Sheng and Paimon.
Oh, they have milk from the cocoa goat.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
Oh, Paimon.
I do envy Paimon.
Cheat him off the moon. Ah,
Eating
of
her
course.
veal is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Is that the end then? Yep. Alright. Didn't even take 2 hours. That's a surprise. Thought for sure this would take me forever. Well then, I could end the stream early, or we could look into doing something else. For example, I think there's still something that I need to do in here. As you can see, I already made good progress and I already managed to unlock Faruzan because of this. However, there are still some primos that I can get, right? By
wine.
doing specific things. I have all the primos here, here. There we go. I can get more primos from this, and and a new piece of furnishing. And I think that's all that I need, right? Yeah, as you can see, I've been busy. So you know what? Let's do that. Go to the mountain.
Tastes the same.
Alright, let's see. See, I'm already having trouble remembering what the place looked like. There it is. Also, I need to equip the thingy. Won't do me much good if I don't equip it. Alright, let's do this part of the event then. Where is it? There. Okay, it should be here. Yup. Got it. Okay, let's place the first one. %, probably need to go all the way to the bottom. Let's try right here. $62, well that is closer. Alright, can you two just die really quick? You're kind of in the way of my exploration. Lost energy block? I don't even know what I picked up there. Oh, now it's getting lower again, okay. So, that's 13%, that's 62% over here. What about here? Okay, so it's somewhere in this direction then. Let's kill these mushrooms and see if they're guarding it. Oh, they're glowing. That is very promising, in fact. The fact that they are glowing makes me think interference cleared. Okay. $41. It's 43. It's been narrowed down. What is it back here somewhere? Oh! There it is. That's one. And the other one is over here somewhere. Alright, 70. Ooh, that's glowing. Interference, I imagine. Interference cleared. Back here then? 44. So that's further away. What about this spot? 52. Okay, now we're getting closer. We are getting closer. Wow! I don't think I could have placed it much more perfectly. I mean, that is, alright, grab it. Might as well grab these. Okay. Where to next? Claim. Beautiful. That's in the desert. Desert. There's an oasis near a path. Okay. Oasis near a path. many spots this could be. There it is. Alright, let's check that area then. Yeah, we're gonna be done with this real quick. Well, then let's see. Load. Okay. So somewhere over here. Come on. Music wildfires. That's very epic. Ah, we can judge of that. Although I can probably easily believe you. Judging by your selections so far. Oh wow, we're already very close. Clearing some interference. 85. Here? There it is. How's theme of vocals? Ah, yes, of course. 21, 5, 1. Okay, so it has to be somewhere in this direction then. $61? Yeah, a little bit further this way. No? Maybe I have to kill these two. Go to sleep quickly. I'll go after I'm done. That's fair. You know, I probably won't be streaming 3 hours today either. Probably gonna make the stream a little bit shorter than that. Oh, maybe it's in here. No, it's not in there. Over here. 88. Here? No. No. There, finally. Okay. Next one. Claim that. And number 3. Right outside the half-buried pyramid. Okay. So this... No, this one. This one. Okay, it's funny how something wildfires find 100k. Makes sense though. 50% here already, huh? Okay, let's see. Is this direction better or worse? This direction is better, okay. Just gotta kill some eremites real quick. And let's check down here. 83, we're getting closer and closer by going further this direction. Ooh, now it's getting lower again, okay. Maybe in this direction? There it is, found it. Okay, that's the first one. 82. That is still very close. Oh, but it might be partially because of the interference. Yeah. Can't do much about that because I don't have a Hydro character on me. So let's just see if it goes up somewhere in this direction. 2. You're also causing interference, aren't you? Of course you are! Going off now. Alright, thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you around for the Friday Night Funkin' stream. That's the next one. Real soon. We have 66. That is also 66. What about... Oh, there it is. Really, because I can get points with the rate. Ah, of course, of course. Again, as I said, I will not be doing the full 3 hours today, so that much I can promise you. I am not entirely sure how much I will do after this. Seems to be busy with something. Go to quest. Oh, that's a quest. Unexpected. I was not expecting there to be another quest here. Well then, let's check that out real quick. Yoink. Probably won't take too long. Okay then, what's your quest? Oh, have you found all the replicas? Yes. Gabe, I am going to die. I am gonna have a heart attack here. Jesus Christ, that was loud. Ow. Well, good night, Spinne. Marvelous, you really have a knack for this, don't you? Is Scream broken? It was absolutely not broken. That was a pain. Well then, this gift is for you. Thanks for taking part in the event organized by our Darshan. I hope that you've been able to enjoy your taste of archaeology, traveler. That said, real-life archaeology tends to be rather dry and labor-intensive work. But the instant you find that key relic, you will feel as if the struggle was all worth it. And if you fail to dig anything up? Well, if we don't find anything, then this is, as they say, a waste of effort. And to be honest, this is actually what happens more often than not. The instances where we do find something important are quite rare indeed. But to work in archaeology is to be used to such circumstances and stay optimistic even so. It would only be a matter of time before we collapsed otherwise. Thank you. You know what? While we're at it, that incident, right? Let's see what that is all about. You know, the thing we started at the beginning where I wasn't sure if it was voice acted or not, and turns out it wasn't voice acted. Who are you guys? Is there something you need? That incident from 20 years ago. I guess I shouldn't have told anyone. Last time I had too much to drink and blabbered a little bit too much, and now people are seeking me out. Since you're curious, I guess I'll tell you. It's just I was just 6-year-old 20 I was just 6-year-old 20 years ago. Do you mean a 6-year-old or 6 years old? Which is it? I was just 6-year-old 20 years ago, so I can't remember clearly what happened at the time. But recently I read the diary I kept when I was a child and vaguely recalled the situation back then. Just spending some of my points since I was talking about my own redeems earlier. Ah, I see. That is totally fair then. The Inter-Darshan Championship was also held that year. There were 3 rounds, the last of which was outside the city. I begged my mom to take me out of town to see it, and when she refused, I snuck out. And then? I am not gonna try too hard on the Paimon voice today. I ended up getting lost outside the city, in the middle of nowhere. There was no one around. I grew more and more frightened and began to cry. That's when I saw some strange creatures. I can't remember what they looked like. I only remember how, as a child, I stopped crying at the sight of them.
Strange creatures, they must be
the Aranara. They took me to the competition. Unfortunately, by the time we got there, it was too late. It was already over. Just when I was disheartened, I suddenly saw one of those strange creatures slowly dragging a crown along. It's a beautiful crown shining in the moonlight, and I could not help but follow it. I saw the little fellow hide the crown in a hollow tree before disappearing. I wanted to touch that crown, but at the moment I could hear the distant cries of my mother. Turns out she figured out I was lost, and got her neighbors to go looking for me. I never got to touch it. It wasn't until I was older when I saw the Diadem of Knowledge at the Inter-Darshan Championship that I realized it was the same thing.
Alright, do you know where that diadem ended up?
It's probably in the Avidia Forest, but I've already been back a few times and I haven't found anything. No one would believe me even if I told them. Alas, even I can't remember it clearly. Perhaps it was the dream I had when I was a child.
We should go look for it, Code.
I guess we might. I may have fallen asleep, ripped my sleeping schedule, and worry about it. Don't worry about falling asleep. Worry more about your sleeping schedule, but don't worry about falling asleep on my stream. But yeah, we finished the Baizhu hangout, the Baizhu story quest earlier than I expected, so we're doing a little bit of side questing now, which I normally don't do. But even though I want to end today's stream early because we finished early, I at least want to keep going a little bit more, which is why we're doing the side quest. Sleep schedule and shadow on the floor. Ah yes, as it is supposed to be. Alright, what do we have down here?
There's a hole in it. It's completely empty and there's nothing in it. Oh wait, there's a note in here. The good Nara taught AR60 how to read. AR60 must protect the good Nara. What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, you tell me. Rob, I'm gonna fucking murder you. That is the second scream today. The other one just happened a few minutes ago. You know how loud that scream is when I play Genshin. You know in Genshin that scream is like 10 times the sound as it is normally.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Dory, I'm back.
Well, if it isn't Codeem Paimon yet again. I have the latest update on the Academia Extravaganza. Would you like to hear it? How much is it? It's free. Isn't Lord Sangam...
I cannot read today.
Isn't Lord Sangama very generous? Do you guys remember Sachin? The guy who sponsored the Academia Extravaganza, Paimon heard that the prize money and Diadem of Knowledge came from him. Bingo. In fact, not long ago, when I was doing business in the desert, I met an old businessman. And guess what I got from him? A dealer's ledger. With it, I can avoid dangerous areas in the desert and go to more places. Of course, the most important thing is that the ledger mentions Sachin. Turned out that Sachin has been to the desert to investigate the people's local conditions and customs. He also had cordial exchanges with the traveling merchants in the desert. Much of the text is lost, but this is a first-hand account of the big sponsor behind the Academia Extravaganza. Would you like a look? Okay, let's have a look then.
The sandstorms are raging. The caravan has stalled. We ran into a scholar calling himself Sachin. He said he could sponsor the caravan, provided that we... This is a trial of human nature, betrayal, plunder. There was nothing we could do. No one could withstand. If I could do it all over again, I would never have taken that money. Then they wouldn't have had to die, and I wouldn't be living like this. A fate worse than death. People are the most terrifying animals in this world. Well, that is a fair point, though.
This is not hard to understand. Dory, what does this all mean?
What does this all mean? I'm afraid that if you need it analyzed, it'll cost you an extra million mora.
Forget it then. Well, since you're not paying, that'll be all for Dory's special news.
I can easily pay 1 million mora. But it's fine.
Let me give you a hint. There should be someone here who's been a lot of Academia Extravaganzas. Perhaps you could talk to them.
Talk to someone. That is far away, but okay. Let's have a look-see, shall we? Hello. Hello, old man.
Alas, after seeing these young children, I can't help but reminisce about the past. The Interdarjan Championship has always been a stage for young talent. Unfortunately, not every genius will be successful eventually.
Why do you say that?
Geniuses are mostly stubborn and cold, and find it hard to understand the pain of others. Empathetic people, on the other hand, often fall into self-doubt and depression. People who are not firm can only stand still, while people who are determined but walk down the wrong path refuse to look back. There's a lot to think about here.
And I need to talk to one more person. Should be easy enough. Hello. I wish to talk. Well, this year's International Championship. My favorite has to be Sino. Aside from his skills as a General Mahamatra, looking back at the tournament's history, the Spartaman Darshan has the highest percentage of champions. Many people say that the Spartaman Darshan produces many talented people, such as Cyrus, Rizika, Lisa, Sino. The brighter the talent, the sooner the game will lose its suspense. The most exciting competition was still 20 years ago. At that time, my friend also participated in the game, and I went there to cheer for him. The last round was played in a video forest. In the end, no one dared to approach them. And no one knew what was going on in the depths of the forest. And I heard the Academia shut down the competition. Later, the International Championship removed many of the events in which people fought to the death, discouraging people from being desperate enough to do so. What is your friend like? Let me think. He's honest and kind, but also vulnerable and sensitive. Most of all, he cares about us. When we drink together, our time is filled with laughter and cheer. It's just too bad that it's all in the past now. Among the friends we drank with, some died, some disappeared, some now live in seclusion. They say fate is fickle. Perhaps it's true.
Looks like something did happen 20 years ago. Right, didn't Wikas tell us to seek him out if we had any questions? Now we have time, why don't we ask him?
Alright. Next target. Oh man. Who would have thunk I'm actually doing voices again? It's been a while since I've done this. Hello.
That incident from 20 years ago, why the sudden question? Do you hear anything in particular?
We've heard the diadem seems to have been lost 20 years ago and some contestants' personality has changed.
Oh, you seem to know a lot about that.
Because there's something you're not telling us.
Not exactly. It was 5 years ago. I was 5 years old when it happened. How could I know? But there are things I never told anyone. I'm actually a part of the Academia Extravaganza's planning committee because of the influence of a senior colleague. That senior colleague and I met on a trip. He was a bit timid and would always flee and cower somewhere at the first sign of an emergency. One day, 4 years ago, I said to him, I want to go back to the Academia. The Academia Extravaganza is about to begin.
And then?
Upon mentioning the Academia Extravaganza, he got startled and said something about it has nothing to do with me. When I said goodbye to him, he insisted on getting a drink with me. After several drinks, he started talking all sorts of nonsense. I also had too many, and in my drunken stupor, I didn't really hear him that well. I only remember that he said that he lost the Diadem of Knowledge for a while. He was in charge of the distribution and recovery of the Diadem of Knowledge, and that he nearly had a heart attack upon realizing that the diadem was missing. Unfortunately, he finally found it in a tree. Fortunately, he finally found it in a tree hole.
Like the one we saw before.
He said that the Diadem of Knowledge is a very valuable treasure, which is recorded in many academic ancient books. Legend has it that it was built by the famous craftsmen in ancient times, and carries a secret that no one knows. Sachin had entrusted the Academia to safeguard the diadem after all. If my senior was responsible for the diadem's disappearance, he could not afford to pay for it with a meager wealth. Even if the loss was temporary, no one should know of it, lest the Academia find him guilty of gross negligence.
So he covered it up?
Yes, it seems that he also said that many people came to inquire about it, including children. And he said that the diadem had never been lost. But he was so scared that when things blew over, he quit his job and left the Academia. I drank much that night, and when I woke up the next day, he was gone. The more I thought about it, the more I had a bad feeling that issues would crop up the Academia Extravaganza if I entrusted it to someone like him. I didn't have a job at the time, so I joined the Academia Extravaganza planning committee. I tried to investigate things on the inside too, but I couldn't find anything. And the diadem was found, and the man whose personality was said to have changed was dead. And there was nothing to be found. Still, 20 years is still a long time, long enough for that people involved from beginning no longer remember nor care. That's all I know. If you're curious, keep investigating, and maybe one day you'll discover the truth.
That's easy for you to say. We don't have much to go on. Do you have any more information, like where the senior colleague went?
I haven't heard from him. Later, I also went to the desert to look for him, but the vast desert, it was almost impossible to run into him. To make up for it, I do have some information on Sachin. Would you like to hear it?
I'm sure, tell us.
When I was traveling, I did so with an error my commander. While we were chatting, he said he came into possession of an article written by an academia researcher. He seemed to think it was something precious and refused to show it to anyone, only to let me peek at it at my request. I only caught a glimpse of it, but I saw it was signed by Sachin. I didn't know who Sachin was, nor did I care. After joining the Academia Extravaganza planning committee, I found out that he was an important member of the Mahumana Darshan who sponsored the event. If you're interested, you can find the Aramai commander in the desert. He's usually in the Valley of Tari.
Information related to Sachin. Alright, let's go take a look.
Ooh, honestly, I'm starting to get lightheaded right now. And again, I just wanted to progress this a little bit, because I didn't want to end the stream too early. I know it sucks that I end this here in the middle of it. But again, you know what, we'll do one more thing before I end. Just waste some resin real quick, shall we? And then we'll call it quits. But yeah, again, I am getting lightheaded, and I did say I don't want this to be too long of a stream. You know what, let's fight this boss. Because I think I've maybe only fought this boss once before. Where's yourself? Yeah. Again, though, I did say that since we finished early, I would likely finish the stream early. So let's do this as a little bonus. And then we'll raid someone. Alright, fight me.
Stabilize.
Easy fight. Very easy fight. I mean, it's gonna take a bit because this thing seems pretty tanky. But other than that, easy fight. Very easy fight. Oh no, you're gonna shoot me. Let's destroy some stuff again. Also use my bursts, because I rarely do that for some reason.
Stabilize.
What do you want from me? Oh no, a laser. But I will have to think about who to raid after we're done. I assume Zell has finished his stream by now, so we'll have to find someone else to raid. Maybe a Genshin streamer, a random one again. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe someone else is live too. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised to see Zell finally live again. It honestly has been forever since he last went live, or at least since the last time I noticed him go live. So that was a pleasant surprise today. Okay, I got some kind of achievement right now, so that's interesting. I'll take it. And I got... Ow. Steph, hi! Oh my god, you arrived just as I was about to end the stream. I was just gonna fight this this boss here real quick before I ended things. Oh, what a time to arrive. I hope you're doing well, though. I hope you're doing well. Because I sure, well, for the most part, am. But yeah, we were just, we finished up the new story quest, which means now, we once again have finished all the story quests. They're all finished. Nothing left. And also here are the hangouts. All endings reached on everything. So that is fun.
Are made for transferring
Prosaic,
commodities
damn.
back and forth.
Still getting called
And those
prosaic.
that come across
It's never
Leo
gonna
tend
end.
to stay a while.
That's gonna be
Though it
a
is where
thing that's
many
gonna
things
stick
come to set.
forever. Should I visit my teapot real quick to do something? I don't think so. Well, let's check the achievements we got real quick. What did we get? Witness the overclocking impact of the algorithm of semi-intransient matrix of Overseer network. Okay, I guess I witnessed that. And what was the other thing I got? Defeat the algorithm of semi-intransient matrix of Overseer network in its overclocked, overloaded state. Ah yes, of course, naturally. That means extra primos, and again, that means I can do so many wishes. Like, once I finally decide to wish for characters again, I can do so many. So many. And again, I will wait until Zhongli comes back again. Standard banner wishes are also there. 88 of them. And then, like, I think 250 event banner wishes. I can afford almost 100 standard banner, 250 event banner wishes. Like, we should be able to get some good stuff going once Zhongli comes back again on an event banner. That's gonna be fun. Well then, anyone who is currently still here, be sure to stick around a little bit longer, because you're gonna get extra channel points, for example, if you accompany me for a raid. Plus, you might find a new channel that you could end up liking. So, let's see what we can find, shall we? Shall we? Who do be live? Who do be living right now? Who is alive? Oh! You know what? That actually works. Genshin Impact? Works for me. Raid channel, Red Hoodie. We raided Red Hoodie recently. Also during a Genshin Impact stream, if I remember correctly. So why not just do it again, shall we? They're a very nice person. Very great. They were very grateful for the raid last time. So how about we make them grateful yet again, shall we? Alright. Again, that's it for today. I will see you maybe for my next stream, which is going to be Friday Night Funkin', as early as, well, tomorrow. Or, well, it would be today for me already. So, yeah, I hope to see you all then. Until then, though, have a good one, and goodbye, everyone. And if you're watching this stream as a VOD, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And who knows, maybe you'll be able to catch me live in the future. Until then, though, again, there is no pressure, and I'll see you around. Yeah, bye-bye.